Ooh, 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 ooh. What is going on, beautiful Aquariuses? Sun, moon, rising, Venus, or North Node. Aquariuses, I'm hoping you're having a blissful day, boo boo. We're going to get into a reading of what it is that you need to let go of. Since we're about to go into Scorpio season is all about death, rebirth, and massive transformation. It's a perfect time to reassess past pains, but also a perfect time to really hone in on what you need to let go of that you've been allowing to hold you back, Aquariuses. But just understand, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. If it does resonate, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. If it doesn't resonate, then please check out your other signs or check back next time. Now, my beautiful Aquariuses, if this message does resonate with you and you want to book your own personal reading or healing session, you can do so by going down to the link in the description below this video. And the link for my new merch is down below as well. But other than that, my beautiful aquas, let's get into it. Let's get into it. What is the overall energy for my Aquariuses? Damn, that's pretty fucking deep right there. We're going to read this out the book, my aquas. You got the number 8 and you got the number 20. Wow, this is deep. You got enough. You were born enough. Number 8, weeping wound. You are not your wounds. Damn, Aquarius says. Damn. A lot of red. I like that. Alright, let's read this out the booklet, because I already know this shit gonna be deep as fuck. Alright. Alright. Weeping wound. I don't know you guys can see. Trying to leave my arm. There we go. Healing happens as our wounds receive significant attention, treatment, and expression. Wounds stop bleeding once the pain has been known and released. This needs to occur on an emotional, psychological, physical, and spiritual level. Until then, no scar tissue can begin to form, leaving our wounds exposed to infection. The maiden remains a prisoner to her pain. Her wounds bleed over her potential, voice, perception, and presence. She has shown up to support you through a time of safely addressing whatever wounds still bleed over your life. Perhaps you find yourself in a toxic relationship, being mistreated or taken advantage of by your family, friends, or those in your workplace. Number 33 has the page. Alternatively, it could be that you experience ongoing money issues, challenges with addictions, or never feeling significantly acknowledged, heard, or regarded. Give yourself permission to prioritize tending to whatever outside core wounds and false beliefs you have with love and light. Shower your wounded maiden self with compassion. Listen to her without judgment. Validate the tears she cries. Feel with her. Access your inherent nurturing and protective mother guidance, and crone capacity to do this. Assure your wounded maiden self that she is no longer alone with her pain. Form a support network with a loved one, a safe friend or a healing professional, or a mental health expert, or perhaps all four. Allow them to bear witness to your story. Often expressing the depths of our pain to another frees us to experience life beyond the hurt and horror. To have another bear witness to the injured parts of ourselves has the power to release us from the unbearable pain and heal. Once enough scar tissue has formed, wounds can stop opening up in the present to hurt us all over again. Having drawn this card may also signify a time of being called upon to support someone by bearing witness to their core wounds. Maiden message. You are so much more than your wounds. It is never too late to grow beyond them. It is always possible to access the rest of your life without them bleeding over it. We all must feel, express, and release our way through our pain. There are no shortcuts, but once it is thoroughly done, it is done. It is hard work over an intense period that takes you as long as it takes. Once complete, the insights, peace, light, love, and liberation of being on the other side of your wounds will transform you in unimaginable ways. Your once greatest hurt has the potential to become your greatest power, if and only if you show up for whatever it takes to complete the process. Wow. Aquarius says, I want you to know, this is not just for females, this is for males. And I want you all to understand, this is not gender specific, but we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. A lot of you Aquariuses have been denying your feminine energy. Your feminine energy is your subconscious. Your subconscious is your heart. You've been neglecting your heart. You've been allowing the past pain and the burdens to rule over your way of being. And because of this, Aquariuses, it's like you've been projecting your pain onto things and you're wondering why there's no sense of happiness. It's because you're seeing through the eyes of pain. You're not seeing through the eyes of healed, of love and through healing. So it's like you're being asked to stop ignoring your pain, stop suppressing it, stop hiding from it, stop running from it, and face it. Face it. You know, we're so fearful of facing ourselves because we demonize ourselves. When we stop demonizing ourselves, 555 was just on the clock. When we stop demonizing ourselves and our pain, we start having compassion for who we are and we stop abandoning ourselves. We start showing up for ourselves and realizing, wow, the love I've been needing was within myself all along. And you start to learn how to give that to yourself once you realize that you can never run from the part of you that needs you. Ooh, damn, that's deep. That's deep, Aquariuses. Ooh. Let's get to number 20, man. My ears are fucking itchy, but I know this is confirmation. 20. All right. Here we go. No, here we go. Throughout life, we grow either towards or away from embodying our spirit self. The direction away from our spirit self is often poorly compensated with a false identity that further weakens our power, autonomy, and authenticity. Even amongst apparent success, such pretense further strips us from within. A life constructed from self-compromise and sure will shatter from the inside out, much like a mansion built on a hollow foundation will crumble. It can be no other way. Like the featured mother, no one deliberately compromises themselves. For most, this is an inherent pattern that results in a mindless re-engagements of one's upbringing. An upbringing that included neglect, abuse, or a lack of resources may not have nurtured a secure sense of self, inherent lovability, appropriate boundaries, and confidence. The featured mother is an example of someone who has not always known her worth or how to live with integrity. Initially, she had no boundaries and no understanding of how to assert them or her inherent right to have them respected. She did not realize that she has always been, is, and will always be enough. Her wings need never have been locked within her back, nor need yours. It is up to the mother, like it is up to you, to keep your wings forever outstretched and ready for flight in the direction of spirit self's calling. Tune into an aspect of your life that does not feel right, inspiring, or true to you. The mother asks you to step up and move forward with clarity and a firm commitment to what is right for you and by you. She asks you to identify what is enough for you rather than prioritizing any desires or expectations of the outside world. From this, you will both realize and enforce your boundaries. All that you are, all that you have, and all that you do is enough. It is more than enough. The fact that you breathe is all that is ever required of you to be enough. So give yourself permission to simply be. If you are tired, do less. If you lack pleasure, do more of what brings you joy. Always be you. Breathe with your wings outspread. You are your spirit self's facilitator, not jailer. There is nothing to add, win, acquire, achieve, or improve in order to be enough. You were born enough. From this place of inherent enoughness, respect yourself and your internal right to be all that you are by aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with your spirit self. Mother's message. Know and honor your boundaries. Prioritize spirit self's need for authentic representation. Let those who do not respect you as you are and on your terms fall away so that the people and opportunities that do can come in. Oh, Aquas. This is going to be a deep reading. It already is. It already is. Aquarius, the reason why you feel this immense pain is because you have identified yourself with it. You have believed that you are not enough, and you prioritize your identity around that, meaning that you started to believe so much in this way of being, in this belief, that you allowed yourself to be neglected, you allowed yourself to be used, you allow yourself to be abused because you feel like you aren't enough. But it's like your spirit self is letting you know that you are here because you are worthy. You exist because you were needed. That's why you were created. Now it's your job and the time to prioritize how to love yourself. Maybe you never were taught how to love yourself. Maybe you grew up in a home where there was no love, but you're being asked to understand how to facilitate love and how to cultivate it by going within and seeing the parts of yourself that need the love the most. And when you allow yourself to see this, when you allow yourself to have compassion for yourself, and when you allow yourself to get the help and the resources that you need in order to understand how to love yourself, then you would do yourself a favor by realizing, damn, I was more than enough always. And you would not be scared to let go of things and people that do not serve that new way of being that you love as yourself. And when you let go and stop being fearful of things that don't help you grow and see your potential and see your worth, then the one thing that you will realize as you let go of these things is that you're happy to be you, and that's all that matters. All that matters is that you see that you are worthy. 11:11, as I just said that. Oh. 11:11, as I just said that. If you see 11:11 often, Aquarius says, be mindful of what you're thinking, because what you're thinking at that time is what's creating your reality. The more that you can connect the dots when you see angel numbers, the more that you will realize certain inherited patterns in your life that are gonna bring you to the awareness of them in order to change them. Damn. Oh, Aquas. Let's get into this, bro. Let's get into this. Drinking. Some of you guys like drinking. You guys like drinking a lot, huh? Drinking. Alright. What has happened in my Aquarius' past that has led them to this current moment? What has happened in my Aquarius' past that has led them to this moment? Okay. I said drinking and I thought about a cup. I'm not at cups. What is in this current moment for my Aquariuses? What is in this current moment that my goodness? What is in this current moment that my Aquariuses need to let go of? What is it that my Aquariuses need to let go of in this current moment? Okay. What lessons of detachment do my Aquariuses need to learn for the near future to move forward? Oh, wow. The star, look at you, Aqua, showing up in your own reading. I'm getting this energy of, in the past, you had a relationship that was very, very strong. And it tumbled down. It kind of, I'm getting this energy of, this relationship has really showed sides of yourself that you did not want to see. And that's caused a lot of self-hatred, a lot of resentment towards yourself, is because you didn't want to see these wounds, but it's like when this person came into your life, these wounds have no choice but to expose themselves. And I feel like you had these wounds before you even met this person, but it's like this person was a reflection of what you've been neglecting within yourself. Why the 2 of Cups? The recent cards. Why the 2 of Cups? The recent cards. Look at you, Aqua, showing up in your own reading again. Yeah, I felt like in the past you stumbled upon a person that you had a strong tie with. And with the moon in the reverse, it's like this person made you see the parts of yourself that you did not want to see. It made you see your wounds. It made you see the abuse you probably experienced as a child. It made you see parts of yourself that were so scary, that was so, like you were trying to ignore them. With the moon in the reverse, it's like now they have come to light and you had no choice but to face these parts of yourself. You had no choice but to see these parts of yourself. Because I felt like you've been so cold and so standoffish and so emotionally like unavailable towards yourself that this had to occur. This was like I feel like you were in a karmic relationship, and karmic relationships are you needing to clear out past karmas, meaning that you need to clear out karmas within yourself in order to move forward in life. And I feel like this was divinely guided for you to finally start seeing yourself in a way where you got to be stern with who you are. You got to start setting boundaries. You got to be clear. You got to be cutthroat sometimes a little bit. And you got to be intelligent and intellectual, meaning that you got to start choosing your mind, choosing what your mind is telling you over your heart. Because some of you guys are so loving, but you're so loving to the point you neglect yourself and you give up on yourself and you prioritize other things and other people. But now you got to start looking from a logical perspective, meaning that your heart may say it wants this, but your mind is telling you go the other way. Now it's time for you to listen to your mind and go the other way and start choosing what is best for you, because you stumbled upon this person in your life because it had to teach you to love yourself. It had to teach you to set boundaries. It had to teach you how to see your worth. And it was divinely guided. It was divinely guided. Now, in the current moment, what is it you need to let go of is being reactive, your reactivity, being aware of your temperament. Aquarius says, I feel like currently what you need to let go of is stop trying to rush life. Stop trying to, it's like, oh, that's the energy I'm getting. You're so impulsive to do things, to show up for people, to be there, to do this, to do that. You don't give time for yourself to see what self needs. You're such a self-sacrificer that you just neglect yourself and you start resenting yourself at the end of the day because you don't have any boundaries. And it's like, stop being impulsive. What you need to let go of is being impulsive and always showing up for the world when yourself needs you the most. Why the Nine of Swords? Yeah, Three of Swords. Okay. What you currently need to let go of is stop trying to show up for the world and start showing up for yourself. Because there is clarity that's trying to come through. There is enlightenment that's trying to come through. And I feel like you're actually running from this awakening that you need to have. You're choosing to deceive yourself. And what I mean by deceive yourself is that you're trying to look the other way. You see him, he's trying to be sneaky, but I'm getting the energy of, no, I don't want to see this. No, I don't want to see my pain. No, I don't want to see what's holding on. He's holding on to these swords that might be cutting him. And just like, no, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this. And it's like, you don't want to see that you are the only one hurting yourself and choosing suffering. And with the Two of Wands here, it's like, you know what you need to do. You know what you need to do, Aquarius, and it's like you know what you want. You know what you desire. But the energy I'm getting here is what you need to let go of is stop trying to seek a sense of completion or validation from the outer world and start realizing that, what was I going to say? Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Hold on, it's going to come back to me. Give me a moment. You know what, let me clarify that. I want to get more clarified. Why the Two of Wands? Why the Two of Wands? That's the energy I was getting. Stop trying to avoid how you really feel. Because you got the Nine of Swords here. Stop trying to avoid how you really feel. You're being asked to stop trying to be so impulsive and running your way and trying to self-indulge, overindulge, and start facing the parts of yourself that you do not want to face. Because a lot of you guys are facing a lot of anxiety, a lot of worries, a lot of regrets. And I feel like it has to do with you still holding on to a lot of things from the past. And it's like you're not dealing with these things because you're so focused on trying to get something that you think you want to fulfill this void. But at the end of the day, the only way you can fill this void is by you realizing what is creating the void. Now, let's get into the near future, because This energy of the lesson that you need, the lesson of detachment that you need to learn for the near future is, okay. Aquarius says, I'm getting this energy of you had something beautiful in your life and you felt like you sabotaged it. You felt like you sabotaged it because of the pain that you're still holding on to from the past, that you projected onto this very thing that you felt was an important part of your life. And now that it has left your life, now you don't want to see the parts of yourself that was the reason why this very thing had to leave your life. And understand that things leave our life because it's here to show us the parts of ourselves that we neglect to see because we put so much importance onto something. And since this thing has left your life, or this person, take what resonates to your story. Don't force it though. It's like now you have no choice but to see this pain. Now you have no choice but to realize that Six of Cups. Now you have no choice but to realize, damn, I've been putting so much importance onto things and forgetting that I am important. And now the lesson of detachment that you need to learn is stop trying to control love. Stop trying to control the way you think life should be. I'm getting this sense of you were too controlling when it came to how things should be. You were too manipulative a little bit. I'm just being real. That's the energy I'm getting. You were too manipulative to the point that you think you had control, but you really didn't have control. And now the lesson of detachment you need to learn is to know what you want, but make sure you have pure intentions and a loving heart for it. Let's see. It's like detach from control. Detach from attachments. Are the Empress and the Lovers? Are the Empress and the Lovers? That's in the challenge position. Five of Wands, Magician. I'm getting this energy of the lesson of detachment you need to learn is to stop trying to control things because you're trying to prevent pain or your wounds from taking place. Allow yourself to be vulnerable enough to make loving decisions based on what you need, not what you think you want and what others or the world thinks you need. And start restricting some boundaries with love, with knowing your worth, with knowing what you deserve, with knowing your power, because we all have our own divine internal power. Once you know your power, once you choose to prioritize how to heal yourself and love yourself, prioritize setting those boundaries. And listen, your challenge here is to realize that you can't avoid drama. You can't avoid drama, you can't avoid problems because they're all part of the process. Anytime we are faced with conflicts, we are faced with drama, that is the pivotal moment of teaching us what is our triggers and why do we allow these triggers to control us and how do we heal them and let them go so we stop trying to fight what we need to learn within ourselves. And little do you know, when you do that, Aquarius says, you become the master of your life. You become the magician of your life. You have mastery over your mind, over your heart, over your entire essence to the point that you become a resource for yourself. You see the potential within yourself. You see the power that lies within you, and you know what you can create because you know what you've been through, and you knew that you created your own suffering. Now you're choosing to create your own happiness because you're stopped trying to control everything, but the only thing you're trying to control is how you see yourself, and you're learning how to set good intentions to love yourself and set those boundaries and not run from yourself, but to own up and take accountability for who you are, and realizing that I was in pain, but I realized I allowed that pain to dim my light, and I'm allowing my light to guide me now so I can heal and be at ease and love who I am. Damn, Aquarius. Damn. All right, let's get some advice on this. Damn, these readings have been deep today, man. I mean, I'm deep. They have been deep. All right. What advice do you have for my beautiful Aquariuses? What advice do you have for my beautiful Aquariuses? Look at that. Oh, damn. You got the Queen of Swords again. You got the Queen of Swords again. You have the Empress and the Queen of Swords. Boom. Aquarius. You know what this means? The more you prioritize yourself, the more you realize your worth, you become a magnet. You become magnetizing. People are going to want to suck that energy out of you. People are going to want that light. They're going to want what it is you have. They're going to want you. You're going to need to learn how to put your foot down and realize the facts and see from your observation what is worthy of your time, what is worthy of your energy, what is worthy of your love. And if it's not worthy of it, cut it off. If it's not worthy of it, make sure that people come and correct or don't allow them in at all. So I'm getting this energy of boundaries. As you learn and heal yourself and know your worth, boundaries. Set those boundaries because not everyone deserves access to you. Not this one. All right, boos. We're going to get an outcome to close this out. So Spirit, what is the outcome for my beautiful Aquariuses regarding this deep-ass reading? Because it was a deep-ass reading. What outcome? Oh, my nose just kind of got stuffy. Confirmation for something. What is the outcome for my beautiful Aquariuses? What is that? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at that. Love popped out. Oh, my God. You got green on green. Heart chakra. Literally her chest is fucking cut open. Wow, Aquas. I mean, wow. Number 24, number 27 may be significant. 2 plus 7 equals 9, closing out cycles. 2 plus 4 equals 6, which is all about love and harmony, which is the lovers here. You got love, kindness, benevolence, sharing, receiving. You got emotional balance, stability, harmony, peace, fluidity. Oh, man. So the outcome here, Aquarius, is that you've been living in the darkness for too long, and it's been causing an instability within yourself. And you're being asked to learn to see yourself in the new light and to see life in a new way through a loving lens, not through a painful lens. And as you do this, and as you start seeing yourself in a loving light and giving yourself the love that you've been needing, the more you create emotional balance. And the more you have emotional balance within you, the more you feel aligned with who you are, and you feel at peace with life and who you are, and you have no shame in who you are, but you're realizing that you are enough. You're realizing that you're lovable. You realize that you deserve to live at peace and joy because you created that harmony, and no one could take that from you unless you choose the option of suffering. But I feel now you're choosing the option of happiness. Ooh, Aquarius, this was so deep. Oh my God. If this resonated with you and encouraged you or uplift you, please hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. And if you really do need some assistance on healing any wounds, I do have a shadow healing program, and you could actually book your appointment on that by going to the description down below and booking your appointment today. Or if you want to book your own personal reading, you could do that as well. But other than that, my beautiful Aquas, this is where I leave you, huns. I really hope this helps and gave you so much clarity and confirmation, upliftment that you needed. But other than that, Aquas, I hope you have a blissful weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Namaste.